As the 70s roll in, stability around the world has never been as shaky. Interplanetary alliances join together to seek ideological supremacy across both planets. Cultural shifts are uprooting norms that have been in place for centuries. Technological shifts have been changing how the world itself functions. As these shifts occur, life continues in the Seedbearer region, where a seemingly random group of people have come together to try and make sense of the nonsensical. This is Hazeltown Story.
Hi, I'm Carnival. I'll be portraying Claudie Lupin, thief extraordinaire wannabe.
I am, of course, Deathmaster 780. I will be playing Bobby, a businessman, and also probably Nellos Masters, death-obsessed sort of associate of the group.
I am a TorpidTypist, and I'll be playing Iravia. She's a big dumb cow who can punch a hole in a man.
It is the start of a new arc. So let's start it that you get called into you all get a message from Farron, basically saying that he has something that he wants to discuss with you. So that at some point that you all come into the office and decide to hear out what he has to say, because he sounds like you got more work coming along.
Bobby, just by the way, when he shows up at the office, is not wearing his usual tan suit. No, he's wearing a purple suit with spiderweb patterns on it, a black shirt with ghosts and pumpkins on it, and a white tie with skulls on it. He's ready for Halloween season.
Wow, Bobby,
right.
you look like more of an asshole than usual.
I mean, Claudia shows up in like a witch's costume, so
Why are both of you dressed like assholes?
it's
Tis
Halloween.
the season.
Oh shit, it is?
Oh yes, it's that time of year.
Oh shit, they
Bobby's
do
all the-
celebrate Halloween here.
And other things. That was also in the video preview.
No, that was in character.
So yes, Theron just comes in dressed like he normally does, probably his normal kind of leather businessman trench with like kind of like a step up from business casual. He just walks in and is like, oh, I guess you all are really getting into it. So we got a weird case this time, or at least potential case. I'm not actually fully certain what exactly. This we haven't fully set up the terms of this one yet, but this is one that's probably going to be coming that we might need to do a little bit of background on. So I came into contact with someone who may require our services, because it seems like this is the kind of job that we kind of fall into, or at least has fallen into. We are going to be searching apparently within the region. There may be some people that are actually akin to Bibli.
They're books?
We don't know if they're books, but also I ran into someone who is a descendant of a family of people who kind of have done research on relics. Their family history in terms of the research has gone back to centuries, even before the reunification. So probably I'd say at least 4 centuries. And there is a descendant of theirs that is living and has been looking into, has apparently found that there's actually a couple in the region. One of them, by the way, I'm pretty sure she is trying to hone in on Bibli. So we need to maybe think about that.
Slap her on the wrist, you got it.
So I have a feeling that she might be hiring us to look into the location of these relics. So I don't really have the call yet, but we might need to do some background looking into things before we start. I did want to go ahead.
Let's see if Bobby's got this straight. You found a maybe client of ours who may compromise our own security. but also has a line onto some Bibli-like spirits. And you want us to do what exactly?
Well, one is to kind of figure out what exactly she wants to do with them. Uh, because if she wants to do something like, I don't know, procure them for her own good or for her own like taking, that's not exactly good. And if she wants to just get in contact with them, I guess that's not the end of the world, especially if we're dealing with the other ones. Although, considering what we've been dealing with, it might be interesting to know the local, I guess, relic population.
And how exactly did you learn about these relics? From the lady?
Yes. It turns out that actually it turns out that a couple of us actually have run into her on different occasions. Cass and his electrical team, he does his day job. Actually, were hired to look into the client's house, which actually is kind of a sub motive about this because that is also a thing we would want to look into. But I'll get in that in a moment. Um, it also seems that apparently this client might actually be a former acquaintance of Lila.
No.
It actually turns out apparently a acquaintance in quotation marks.
In X?
Yes, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yes, Bob, this was the
Great.
girlfriend I mentioned earlier. But yes, Bobby raises his eyebrows at the air quotes and says, Bobby knows all
So,
about if acquaintances.
yeah, so this might be a bit of an interesting case. I am about 80% certain that she is probably going to be looking into our services because she apparently has been looking into this by herself and has been kind of getting nowhere. And it turns out she kind of walked into the antique shop that I was working into. We had a pretty decent conversation. Didn't mention this work, but I didn't mention exactly, but she knows that we have a team, though she doesn't know who exactly the team is.
So, why the family obsession with relics anyway?
I mean, it's their passion, I guess.
Okay.
It's just,
I mean, pretty sure I've
yeah,
met a few of them actually. I don't know why the obsession then.
I guess it's kind of like it's a weird attached hand me down, I guess.
Huh. Are they that
Yeah.
uncommon?
Um, Depends
Have you
upon
seen
the
it
region.
as Bibli?
Are you talking about relics or are you talking about
Talking about
this family?
relics.
It's usually they've gone generations without finding any specific cases or like any specific examples, although there are clear records of them finding relics in the past.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they were that rare because I met and then just Iravia starts counting her fingers. Uh fuck, I don't have enough fingers. Yeah.
What?
What? What's
Claudia
confusing?
turns to Bobby. Does she always have things that would like send history people off into like panic?
I don't know what you're talking about. But Bob, all Bobby knows about relics is that he's met three. Two of them through this whole business. He waves his hand around and then points over at. Is the robot still in the office? The android?
Yes.
Yeah, he points at them.
Yeah. Also, side note, out of character for a moment, I realized that actually it was like I was just making food today, and I realized I'm like, I should have counted Ash in that because the count in the thing. I'm like, oh right, he technically counts. But
And the other spirit.
regardless,
We found that one in a necklace. Other fairy nymph, whatever it was.
well, okay, that one's kind of an asterisk, but
It's a weird possession thing. Yeah, don't worry about it.
yeah, that is a we'll get there later on, but there is
But-
technically a difference. But yes. I just want to make a note of that as a confession that I completely forgot about action that. But back to the story. So yes, I forgot that anyone else have anything to say.
Bobby will pull out a notepad and say, "What's the name of the lady?"
Her name is Linda Singway.
He writes that down. Well, here's what Bobby's thinking. You've got concerns about her?
I don't know, and that's also kind of the thing we might need to do a little bit of research on.
Did
I
Lyra
know
tell you about her at all, other than their acquaintance? You air
Well-
quotes.
so. There's two. There's two things. One, her family has been held in pretty high standards. I don't like. There's been nothing public about them doing. They very much have had in the past. And from what I have read about, kind of their reputation is that they've had best interest in mind, although that always can change with generations.
They're
Two,
eccentric old rich people. They're eccentric old money is what you're saying.
in a way, yes. The other thing is that, well, she has a very similar background to Lila. And considering how we've trusted her so far, it's very likely, from the things I have heard from Lila have been mostly, let's just say, personality conflicts, although,
Bitching.
yes. However, nothing that I've been able to code as moral character flaws, so to speak.
Maybe you shouldn't have tried asking her ex about her personality.
Asking Linda about Lila.
And asking Lila about Linda.
I mean, that could be one thing that we might need to have more of a discussion on.
Yeah.
But from what I've talked to her, it's as far as it turned. So from what I've heard from her is that the two were very much rivals in college, and kind of. And also remember that Lila was part of a the academy that she went to is held in very high regard, but it's fancy wizard school for rich people.
I see. It
So-
was that kind of relationship.
Yes.
Bobby just lets out another laugh and says, "Yeah. Oh, I've been there too. That's how I met my fourth husband."
Um,
What's it like
But
to go
yes.
to school?
what was that?
What's it like to go to school?
It's been a long time. Also, I'm probably not the best one to talk about that.
Bobby shakes his head and says, I could have gotten by without this business degree. But whatever. No
I-
school, no fourth husband.
I got basically my GRE, but otherwise I just kind of basically bullshitted my way into the day job.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think I actually remember ever going to school.
Well, you should probably ask that dang fool almost then. What with them still being in school and what not.
No.
Well,
No.
then I guess you'll never know.
All I'll get is nerd shit.
Well, actually, you could ask the mics whenever they come by to fix Ash.
Wasn't it the Joes?
I knew it was something like that. I forgot the name.
It was-
It was the Joes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were doing that as a bit or not, so
I just legit forgot the name.
Well, whatever. We should go meet this acquaintance. Should we bring Lila?
no, we do
Well-
that on the second pass.
Well, so here's the thing about that family. Also, there is another weird quirk of theirs.
Oh my fucking god.
So they were also a family that is very much into. They have been gotten as close as almost we have into magic scripting and actually scrying out kind of magic scripted items. They've been trying to do this for years, and they got it close. They know how like magic is stored in like magic scripted items and
Right in
like
the balls.
Well, not exactly in that case, but yes, essentially, if you want to put it like that. Um, so, uh, they're they have gotten it there. One of the theories of one of their like the I don't even know how many generations back that they did, but going back centuries, has been probably since I don't know 200 years ago, was the idea that um if you keep something in a similar, I'm trying to think how to phrase it. If you keep something in a similar spot, that is not exactly in the exact spot, but in a spot that is similar, that you could read. You know what? Scratch that. They've built the same exact copy of a house in every place that they've lived in.
I
And
thought this was going to
specifically,
be a pocket dimension.
what was that?
Thought you were talking about a pocket dimension for a second there.
Well, kind of, because they have built their houses to the exact same spec for centuries, and they have adorned, they have keep copies of magic scripted ornaments in very specific spots over the houses. And their belief is that um, if you were able to walk through one house and keep like the memories of that house, that you should be able to essentially relive the memories in that house of every other house that has existed.
Magic feng shui.
Yes.
And
Um,
quantum superposition.
Sounds fake.
Sounds like
the
something he doesn't care about.
well,
If he ever
Man, I
built,
get deja vu all the time, and I don't blame magic.
but if Bobby ever builds a second restaurant, maybe he'll try that out.
well, regardless, that is the reason that I am wanting this client. And
Because they're insane.
Restaurant?
well, not no. I want to take a look at that house, and ideally, if we can get access to that house and do some experimenting with it, that could be, we could be making history with that, or proving something that essentially we've been proving something that someone has not been able to test for centuries.
I mean, the houses are old. The history's already been made.
Aaron, you're trying to get into academic slap fights. I warn you.
Bobby has a pensive look on his face, thinking about something. And then he says, "All right, I think I know how to solve our problem. Gotta go on the offensive. We don't wait for her to come to us, we go to her and set up a meeting, a relationship.
No, the
After all.
relationship already happened, and it went down in flames.
That's why we're making a new one that doesn't involve Lyra.
That could be the case. Although we have gotten to contact, so she just hasn't exactly given us what she wants. Although me and her have been in communication, so she might be aware that we're like coming to. Though,
Well,
that's
why we
we haven't
it-
set up anything up.
It would be pretty funny if we brought Lila, though. I'm just saying.
I'm going to say that Lila
save that in the
probably is
back
not
pocket.
going to accept.
Well, that's unfortunate. She may not have a choice in this matter.
Look, I just want to see some fireworks. Is all I'm saying.
I have a feeling that we're going to see that, but we might as well start off on as best of a foot as we can.
Oh,
You're
I'm
not
bringing
Bobby.
my-
We'll say that later. But what Bobby needs to know from you is, what are you willing to offer her, if it comes up?
Well, I think that what I feel like the offer would be is if we looked into these relics.
Anything else? Money,
Um,
collaboration
I-
on the manuscript.
I mean, if we do a kind of a deal where if we help her find these relics, that she gives us access to this house, then I feel like that would be a fair trade.
Well, we'll see. But either way, I propose setting up a meeting sometime soon. Perhaps tonight, even if she's free.
I believe that her schedule seems to be pretty open. A lot of her stuff is mostly, she seems to be a researcher by trade, and does a lot of her writing at home, so she is there most of the time.
In that case, Bobby can make the arrangements. Stay by your phone, Theron.
All right.
And as for you two, he looks at Claudia and Ravia. Says, "Well, I don't know. Guess you two do whatever you want to do."
Well, Theron kind of pops in and is like, "Well, in that case, you might want to, I was gonna say, if you might want to look or kind of, I don't know, do a little bit of research beforehand. You could talk to Cass and Lila about if there's any other thing you might want to know, but I don't know exactly how much they know.
House blueprints are public record, right?
Um, Especially with that one likely needed special clearance because that house doesn't look anything like any house by it. So I can imagine that those blueprints are probably public record.
All right, I think we can go and pay a visit to grab those then.
Oh man, should I like dress up or something?
Yes, says Bobby.
Iravia just gestures to the fact that she's just wearing like a tank top and jeans at the moment
Well,
where I live.
There's several Halloween stores around the city. You should find something to your liking.
I never said anything about Halloween.
Well, get in the spirit, friend.
that's Spirit Halloween, which probably exists at that point.
Yes, Bobby pulls out a coupon for that and slaps it on the table in front of Aravia.
Iravia just looks at it with disgust.
Just let her pay full price.
Look, man, where I'm from, we didn't celebrate Halloween.
Well, that sounds terrible.
I mean, I've got a tailor friend I could introduce you to. Maybe she could probably do a favor for me if you need something quick.
Just Haravia looks down. She's like, actually, granted, Halloween is actually a pretty recent thing, and yeah, I don't know.
From what Darren just kind of looks at it as like, she is very eccentric, although something I have a feeling is that eccentricity is kind of a little bit, how do I phrase this? She likes to dress very more fancier than she needs to, based on kind of how we've talked. I feel
She likes
like
to
she
flaunt
would.
her wealth. Okay, we get it.
Well, not necessarily flaunt her wealth. She likes to. She deals with magical relics for a thing. You would imagine that some people, especially older relics, so we're talking pretty eccentric is a good way of phrasing it. Although I wouldn't exactly call it wealth per se. It seems like it was pretty, I don't know, costumish.
Look, Theron, I'm just saying, should I expense, say, a suit or a nice dress or what?
I don't know if a suit is necessary, but maybe, I don't know, not just tank top and jeans. Maybe
I mean,
nice.
I got the jacket. She just points to leather, like the leather jacket.
The leather jacket, I think, will be perfectly fine.
Coat rack.
I think the leather jacket will be fine.
Okay, you just don't want to pay out for a suit.
Oh, that can be done, but
And I look great in anything I wear, but still.
don't need to go out of your way. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Anywho, Bobby's got some business to take care of and some research to do. So, he'll bid you all good day. He tips his hat, then heads out the door.
I'm not getting a costume.
That's fine. Hey, you want to come with me to the public records? Wink. And Claudia winks.
I guess. I've got nothing better to do. Ravia looks completely defeated.
All right.
It'll probably be a while before Robbie gets something to do in this job.
I don't know. There could be. You'll see shortly. That's not necessarily going to be the case.
Either way.
But yes. So I think at that point, to get into the more mechanical stuff now that we got the intro out of the way, so let's just call that the morning. So before we kind of divvy out on what we're actually going to be doing, we got some downtime to take care of. So everyone's got their 2 actions that they can take.
Did we need to do pre-morning downtime too?
This is a pre-morning downtime.
Oh.
Well, what we are doing now is basically the starting downtime. So let's see, Carnival. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start a long-term project, of
All
course.
right.
But this is Claudia's going to be doing this as a kind of basically to is going to try and track up all the finances of her family for the past hundred so years across the two worlds.
Okay. So, research project regarding financial history of the family for the past couple years.
Yeah, like
Now,
5 years.
past 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. How deep are you going to go? Are you just taking a look at like I don't know? Are you doing any sort of let's just say illicit activity?
Oh, absolutely. We are breaking into banks.
Okay. Um. All right. So in that case, the past 5 years, let's just say, and I'm totally not stalling because I can't. It's been there we go. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Do. So wait. Oh, right. Choose side. Let's say for the past 8, I would say let's try, or the past 5 years. Let's do. Is this an 8 one? Okay, that's an 8 one. Yeah, let's do an 8.
All right, so Claudia again, breaking and entering, yada yada yada. That's a sabotage.
All right.
Listen, all y'all.
Go ahead.
Said, listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage.
God. Expenses. All right. Go ahead and roll sabotage. Why didn't that save? There we go. All right.
6, so that's 2 pips.
Yep. Is it 2 pips or is it 3 pips?
3 pips is a crit.
Okay. Okay. No. Where's my tab? Where it is. There it is. Oh, Claudia doesn't have the thing where you start with 1 pip, right?
No, you're spared this time.
Okay. Okay. There's 1 roll. What is your second roll?
Second roll is going to be training, training up for my skulker to get the next level or next ability. So because that gives me 5.
All right. Give me 1 second. I completely forgot how this works. Because of course I have to do it. I can't just. Well, granted, roll 20 is a little weird, but yeah. Okay, so let me open up your sheet. Okay, so you are going. Your skulker is now 5, so you do. Oh, you picked it already.
Yep.
Which one did you pick?
Parkour.
Okay, parkour, passive. You have training at getting into awkward places not meant for people to get up to, which will be something that that will be helpful for. Yeah,
I don't think your mom's dead. You can't parkour.
someone's mom's dead. All it said is mom's dead parkour. It doesn't have to be your mom, even though if it was in that particular instance. But regardless, DM.
All right,
Your
so
two.
Bobby's going to pay a visit to the car wash.
All right.
So yes,
Now-
he pulls in. Someone gets in the back seat, and he says, "I need any information you can give me on Linda Sengu."
Mm-hmm. Also, am I doing Jonesy, or is this just a?
Unless someone
Kind of
else
weird.
wants to be Jonesy, that's you.
Well, I was more. So it is Jonesy that's in the back, right?
Yes, that's what going
Okay.
to the car wash means.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. I just realized. I wonder if Discord is even picking up my. Mm-hmm.
No, we heard it. We heard it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
got it.
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Weird.
good. Okay.
This is Bobby's waiting on Jonesy because that was the end of the question.
Okay. So you just want some information?
Whatever she can give, they can give Bobby.
Okay. This is based off you. This is a skill you have, right? This is your.
This is the
Hey.
mission control thing.
Yeah. Let me
under
just
starting
double.
ability.
Let me double check to make sure what that does. Okay. You're perfect. Someone who's giving you direction, which can give you information publicly available. Okay. So, Lin Sing Wei, so 26. been in the area for about looks like 4 years. Started here as a student, living in Oakbrook, living in looks like a rather large place. Originally family owned, has been transferred ownership to her. Now classified as a multi-family dwelling. It looks like there is not more than it originally was just her family, but now it seems to be a lot of her and other, doesn't exactly list the relationships, but considering that none of these people seem to be related at all, and judging by ages, seem to be, I'm going to assume, probably friends of some sort. Not a whole lot of information other than, yeah, she seems to be a researcher of some sort.
And do we have any interest in her?
As far as we can tell, no. Her family has had some members here in the past, although she particular, like, her family is nowhere near ours and does not seem to be, we don't have any reason to be involved with her at this point. She's neither hostile nor cooperative, or hostile nor aggressive, so to speak.
I see. Oh, that should be enough for now. Thank you, boss.
Mm-hmm. All right, then
Valuable.
that's, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
use my other downtime action to train up cunning.
All right. Let's see, and you're at 6.
Yep.
So 4 more, and then you'll get another point in one of those 3. All right, Torpo.
Oh shit! Oh god, I need to do something.
Yep, you get 2 downtime actions.
Oh
Go to
fuck me.
Halloween.
What was that?
You can go to Spirit Halloween.
I'm not going to Spirit Halloween. Told you, Iravia doesn't really care about Halloween.
Well, then Iravia can go visit someone
Or, I don't know.
or help Carnival.
Didn't you, actually, didn't you get into, you figured out what ability, because you got another, okay, yes. Yeah, you got forget to count, right?
Yeah, I did.
So, yeah.
Something wrong, Lola?
No, it just, I remember, I was like, okay, is that still out in the air? But no, you figured that one out.
Nope, I got that one.
Yeah.
Or just put more experience points into something.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll put more experience into something.
All right.
Iravia doesn't think far into the future. She has no time for plans.
As I was gonna say, as I see you hovering, or at least someone hovering over the physical thing.
No, I was actually thinking of putting points into cunning.
All right.
There's not already experience points in there.
Yeah, the idea was to increase investigate.
Ah.
Eventually. Yeah, I'm sorry,
right.
I have no actual plans. My brain is fucking empty right now.
Yeah, we have not gotten to a point where plans are ready to be made yet.
Yeah, so how much experience is that if it's just training?
If you're just training, you get 2.
No.
All right. Well, there's everyone's downtime actions. So now we get to figure out where you want to go. So, Bobby, you said you wanted to do. I take it you want to get a hold of her and have a meeting.
Yes, Bobby is going to call her.
Okay. Before we do that, Carnival and Torpo, Claudia wanted to go to the so basically you're going to go to the library or a local library to kind of find public records, the ones that would actually store that.
Yeah, just find the house records so when we need to go bust into the house, we have the blueprints.
All right. And then Iravia, I take it you're going to follow Claudia.
Yeah. I told you,
All right.
Iravia feels defeated because she has no clue what she wants to do, or should. So it's just like, I guess I'll follow along.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll do the let's do the phone call real quick with Lind. So, you got her number from Theron, and I think you're just ringing the house.
Mm-hmm.
You ring the house, and shortly after a while, just trying to think out. Yeah. Hello, this is Lin Singwei.
Howdy, ma'am. My name is Bobby. You and I have a mutual acquaintance in one Baron Pendragon.
Oh, yes. May I help you?
Why, yes, actually. I'm an associate of Mr. Pendragon's, and he has expressed to me a desire to open a business relationship with you.
I see. He talked to you about the fact that we were in talks about perhaps that he had a team that could solve a problem of mine.
Something like that. I'm what you would call a negotiation master. Perhaps you've heard of me, or one of my businesses around the city.
Oh, uh, the name on its own doesn't ring any bells, but perhaps if you list some of them off.
Wow. Bobby's Chop Shop and Junkyard out on the East End, Bobby's Burgers out by the docks, and Bobby's Hunting Goods, also near the docks.
I believe I've had your burger, the burger place. Yes, that's very good. I quite enjoy that place.
Hmm. Would you enjoy going there again? Perhaps tonight?
That can be arranged.
Glad to hear it. What time would I put you down for?
Let's say about um, maybe 3 or 4ish.
That could be arranged. I'll look forward to seeing you then.
All right, same to you. And then she hangs up.
Yes, as does Bobby. Bobby will then call Theron.
All right. Yes, this is Theron.
Howdy. This is Bobby.
Oh, hello. Did you get something assorted with Lind?
Yes. I'm gonna need you to come by my restaurant around 4 p.m. tonight.
All right, I take it you set up a meeting?
Yes. When you get there, wait by the bar.
All right.
See you then.
All right.
He hangs up.
Okay. Now, since you just made the phone call on, we're going to resolve Carnival and Torpo, but if you technically, since you just made phone calls, if you do have any other small place you want to visit, you could. But I'm gonna resolve the public records bit first.
No, I have something, but it can wait.
Okay. All right. So, Claudia and Iravia, you head to one of the libraries in the Steinwald, which also is a public records house for many of the city or the local towns, probably within, say, at least 50 miles. In particular, housing records that can be found if need be. And because, well, trying to think how you do this. So you go in there, and now, what exactly are you looking for?
Blueprints, materials used, date of
Basically anything and everything we
Yes.
can find on the house.
Okay. So that all information be held in kind of, it's not exactly out in the open. You would have to get it retrieved from like a clerk. There is a city record, or let's just say a records desk there in one of the rather large libraries that has a person sitting behind it.
Hello.
Yeah, may I help you with something?
We need all your records on the Sequin family. Is that what it is?
That's I might need a little bit more information than that. Can you give me a particular address? Which, by the way, you would have this.
Okay, yeah. So get the address.
Okay, I can get you blueprints on this. May I ask, before I do so though, may I ask what exactly use you have for this?
This is for a job. We work with an architect who was wanting to see some examples of their particular style, just given their fame across in some circles.
Okay.
Well, that's a
Let me.
deception roll.
Yeah. Let's do a deception with that. It's right. So just blanked on. So God, I completely forgot how this. So
I don't have deceive, but that's probably I could probably argue for it's being charming, but it's probably deceive more than anything.
um,
It's not the truth, so
Yeah, it's deception.
yeah, that's deception.
Okay, I'm gonna spin, so I'm not rolling 0 die. Then
Okay, so you're gonna roll 1 die.
yeah,
Okay, so that's gonna be let's call that I'm gonna say normal or let's see. God, it's
roll
been a while since
risky or desperate.
It's gonna be, let's call it risky and
Limited standard or great.
standard. Yeah.
Full success, another 6.
So yeah, you got so the person behind it is like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go in and look for it. She takes about like 10 minutes to look for it because I mean to find it, and then she comes back with kind of almost a puzzled look on her face. And it's like, okay, I was kind of curious what you meant originally, but I can kind of see this. Yeah. I'm not familiar with this house, but this house is interesting from what I was able to tell from it. So I'm gonna hand
Interesting
this
is a
to
nice
you.
way to call it ugly.
It is let's call it um old. It's called old. It's a very old design of houses. So very curious design. So she hands you the kind of the blueprints. It's like there is a room over to the left if you need to that should have some drafting tables if you need to take a look at it.
All right, thank you.
And
Thanks a
Jesus,
bunch.
thank you. So yeah, you have the blueprints available to you. I think you just go over to the room and just kind of look at it.
Right. So on a cursory glance, what's this weird occultist house?
So
What screams out to me as things that a specialist in thievery would notice?
that so for one thing, there is the one thing you like immediately can notice. This is a three-story house that has at least you haven't counted the number of bedrooms, but it's over 10. There is also a full basement at least listed there. And there's a lot of notes on it. Like the way that I guess the local builders there tend to keep blueprints is that they'll keep notes. There is a lot of notes on there. In particular, a lot of you're noticing a lot of wood being used. You're also noticing a lot of specified for in particular the like the materials used. You're noticing a lot of special ordered information, or like a lot of calls for like specific building materials as requested. And the the materials list that is used, it's not exactly expensive material. It is very specific material. Very particular types of wood. And also just a design that very much like places that would say like servants' quarters would originally be, although it's not listed as servants' quarters because it's listed as just bedroom. But like bathrooms placed in weird spots. And just like things that you notice that like things have been adapted non-traditionally. Design particular isn't weird. It is old. At least from what you can tell from design.
Okay, so more specifically now, anything about a home security system, or is this just looking more?
So from what you can tell, it is furnished, rather modern. In fact, there's actually a note that you notice was as of a couple weeks ago that request was made for a temperature control system to be upgraded to modern standards. That, from what you get, it is a house that is it is wired modernly. It is just the design of it and like the craft of it is a little old. What you can tell is nothing specific about like a security system. But there is a lot of let's call it actually, you know what? Let me take a look at something real quick. I'm gonna make you roll for getting particular information.
All right, what this would be research.
So if you're gonna go specifically into research, I'm gonna say that's a limited standard.
Okay, then my the two things I'm vacillating between sabotage and research, just because.
Sabotage would be a limited as well. Also, basically the same as research.
Okay, then I'm going to just go with sabotage because that's more dice at least.
Okay.
Controlled position, I assume, because we're just looking over.
Yeah, it's controlled. It's controlled, but it's limited.
Okay, a force.
4 and a 3. So I'm just gonna say you see that there are like things there for that are outside of the ordinary in terms of like control of the like of certain aspects of the house from different locales, although you can't tell what the actual effectiveness of what it can do is, but you can see that there is some wiring that allows that could allow like something to go through the house, but you don't know what.
Okay. They got a weird thing here. Claudia's like pointing to this out and coming over to Iravia. You got any ideas? It's always good to have someone who's not an expert in these things look at it, just because you'll see things that I might miss or misinterpret.
What am I looking at?
These are the blueprints, and we're just looking for anything that we can use as an escape hatch, point of entry or exit, or things that would probably backfire that would be dangerous to us when we're in the house and things go loud.
Why do you think things are going to go loud?
I've worked with you people.
Wow, I'm hurt.
I saw what happened. I heard what happened that when you guys did the dream thing.
Which one?
Yes.
I thought we were just trying to get a lay of the land. I didn't realize you were planning an escape route.
You always expel an escape route.
I make an escape route. Figure it's more efficient personally, but
Look, it's always worth to have a backup plan in case things go bad. So plus, until I know a bit more about their financials, I can't say how much is going to be we have for blackmailing. So
look, man, I am not great at reading blueprints, but I'll look at it to see if I can notice anything weird. So
I'll put that investigate roll to use.
My single point in investigate.
I just figured that unless you want to look particular something at the blueprints, go ahead. But if you just want to know the information that Carnival found out, you can just transfer that over.
Yeah, I was also gonna see if I could find any reading on the building or the land, if I could, instead of just staring at blueprints.
What were you gonna look for?
Any sort of reading on the building or the land itself, the building's built on.
Like you're looking for like the foundation or just the area that it's in?
magic readings. Oh, that too.
Things listed there. It's just a home plot. It's a large home plot that originally was meant for like this is a plot that was made for like it's a large family unit that was given guardianship. The last time was to, or like its first owner, because this is a relatively new lot, was given to a member of the Singway family. So it's been there for, let's say it's a 20-year-old lot.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty new, relatively speaking.
Yeah, it's a relatively new house.
It's still this ugly. Yeah, so I got nothing much to add then.
All right.
Oh.
Go
Oh
ahead.
well, I'm gonna go make some copies of these then, and we'll take them in for everyone to have.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Yeah, no, nothing really.
All right. DM, you had something else you wanted to do?
Oh yes, Bobby's gonna go pay a visit to Lila at the museum.
Oh,
All
man,
right.
you idiot.
Okay. So she is working she does curation stuff at one of the local museums that focuses on Remian history. Romulan history, and she's there working.
Is this the same museum that apparently has the octopus with multiple shotgun statue?
Yes, at that point, that was there. That was a part of a rotating exhibit
Hmm.
that's not there anymore.
Bobby takes his hat off, places it on his chest to mourn the loss of octopus shotgun statue, and then goes to go find Lila.
Lila's currently in her office, looking at something. She's working at her desk.
Well, howdy, stranger.
Hello, Bobby. Is there something I can help you with?
Possibly. Baron tells me that you got some trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Oh, old acquaintance trouble.
As soon as you bring that up, her head kind of falls to the desk. Yes.
Well, Bobby thought he'd come by and help cheer you up. He's been in your position before.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I ever tell you about my fourth ex-husband?
I don't think you have.
Yes. Roderick Sterling. Him and I were in competition in business school. It was a grand time. He looks off into the distance wistfully.
Yeah, that kind of sounds similar.
Yes. Always at each other's throats, one way or another.
Yep. Uh, did you just come to share that?
Well, did Farron tell you what he's been up to recently?
Yeah, he told me that we might have some work with her coming up. That she has some sort of project that she's been working on that we might need to help her with.
Yes. A dangerous one, too, it seems. Apparently, Bibley's at risk.
Yeah, I'm not super thrilled with that, although I don't know what she'd want to do with her. I don't think she's wanted to hurt her anyway, but she's kind of our secret.
Indeed. But that's why Bobby's here. I was hoping you could tell me a bit about your acquaintance.
Well, we both went to give me one moment. I think I might have actually written it down as a smart
Both went to
person
some
does.
shithole.
Where is the? All right, ref.net work with me. She went to. It was we went to the. Where is it?
Got this, I believe in you.
God, I forgot I called it this.
Oh,
Yes, we were both students at the Primrose Academy of Enlightened Humanity.
wow. Wow. Holy shit, Lolo.
I wrote that within the last couple months, and I completely forgot about that.
Holy shit.
That was a 6 a.m. I just woke up, and I felt like writing name. No, actually, I think that was the fantasy name generator that brought me that one. But regardless, we were both at the Primrose Academy in Moonbeacon. Both of us were out of planet, to be honest. She came from, I believe her family comes, or I believe she originally was from the Springwood Isle. Yeah, we were classmates and kind of rivals for a bit, and then yeah, we managed to, sometimes you kind of come across someone who kind of instantly becomes a rivalry between that, just trying to constantly one up each other, and just kind of you get involved with similar things, you have a similar background. We just always managed to somehow kind of bounce off each other in multiple different ways.
Well, like Bobby said, he understands all that. Although ironically, what did us in was the moment we started getting along. That's what killed the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's off down south in the States, running his own computer company. I still see him every once in a while. He comes into town for business expos.
I see. But yeah, she's quite the character, at least if she's still like she was then. She has a very large personality. You will not, like, she knows how to be very, let's just say, she knows the song and dance of the prim and proper, so to speak. But get her really riled up and you will never be able to miss her. You don't need, she's very loud and boisterous.
Good to know. Well, Bobby's taken up enough of your time. I think I'd best be moving along.
All right. Yeah, I've, I don't know if Theron, what, I've said a lot about her, particularly her personality. If you want an honest opinion about whether or not I think she's a threat, I can't say if I know for sure. It's been a while since we've met, or since we last talked. She doesn't seem like the person that would want to do damage, although what she exactly does, I have no idea. So,
well, Bobby's not too worried about that. He got good information from a fine source that suggests she's not a threat.
All right.
Well, if you mean emotional threat, however, I guess Bobby will find out.
All right. Well, hopefully things go well.
Yes. Or relatedly, if you were looking for a fine, delicious burger, as much as it pains Bobby to say this, he would suggest avoid going to his restaurant during this afternoon.
I see.
Maybe call Theron ahead of time to find out what's happening.
Well, I have a current person that I would rather see than an ex. So I think I might be good.
Oh, Bobby knows about that too. Yeah. And he leaves.
All right. So there's that. So let me get a reference picture for what I had in mind when it comes around.
The house or the person?
Don't worry
Yes.
about it, because there is a particular person I had in mind when it came to what this person looks like.
Is this in response to what I said?
Don't worry about it. You'll see.
Come at me with this Ojo-sama bullshit.
Yes and no. That's actually... Yes. But, god damn it. Okay, why is there not... God damn it, there's not a good picture of her. Whatever. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work with this. Actually, no, this one's perfect. Okay, I found a perfect picture of it. Yeah, just not quite Naga, but give me a moment. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.